ladies and gentlemen, the Vestavia Hills High School Rebel Marching Band. Program sponsors are Mrs. Erin Freeman and Mrs. Denise Bradburn. Playground sponsors Ms. Andrea Burris. Rocket sponsors Mrs. Angie. All
right, that's the Vestavia Band. Did a great job as always. The Rebel Nation Sports Network, the Rebels, on top 9-0 against Spain Park in what is really a playoff game. We'll take a break and come back with more. You're watching the Rebel Nation Sports Network.
Dr. Melanie Petro has a simple philosophy.
I love to see them look in the mirror and see themselves several years ago. It reconnects them with who they are.
Dr. Petro is double board certified and fellowship trained to help you see you again.
When you see yourself again, all of a sudden you're not just reconnected with your face, you're reconnected with yourself, and it gives you a confidence.
When the on-time service technician arrives in your home, you give us an amazing opportunity. The opportunity to earn your trust, to arrive at your home on time, to fix the problem in your home, and to never sell you something you don't need. When the job is done and the technician leaves, I want you to be really pleased with the work. And I want something more. I want you to say to yourself, I trust that guy.
Lifeline's ministry is necessary because God has ultimately called the body of Christ to manifest the gospel to vulnerable children. We see it beginning in the Old Testament in the Pentateuch. God continues to renew that call over and over and over again to the people. Lifeline, in its role, comes alongside the church with that very narrow specialization to allow the church to live out the mission that the church has been given to proclaim the gospel through orphan care.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back to the Rebel Nation Sports Network. The Vestavia Band did a great job. The Spain Park Jaguar Band now on the field for your entertainment. We'll take a look at those students for a few minutes. Enjoy.
Dreaming doesn't cost anything, but fighting to have those dreams means sacrifice.
And that is some of the Spain Park Jaguar band here as the Rebels lead it 9-0 during the halftime here in what, again, many is considering a playoff game. If you lose, you're probably out of the running. And Vestavia so far winning that battle here in the first half. We'll take another break and come back with more. You're watching the Rebel Nation Sports Network.
We're building on-time service to become Alabama's most trusted company. With air conditioning technicians, plumbers, electricians, and appliance repairmen you can trust. Technicians who won't try to sell you things you don't need, who are honest in figuring out the problem and repairing it, and are backed by the on-time service satisfaction guarantee. You can trust the on-time service technician to do the right thing.
Your future is here at Birmingham Fastener.
You have to pay taxes. Ugh. It's just part of life. In the great state of Alabama, we have an awesome thing in our tax code called the Alabama Accountability Act, which allows you to redirect up to 100% of your state taxes to Scholarship for Kids, a scholarship granting organization that benefits partner schools like Restoration Academy. It's a no-brainer. Use your tax money for something that will make a huge impact at no cost to you. For more information, go to choosera.org.
Renew and refresh. JH Outback focuses on strengthening family bonds with spouses, parents, and children to help in spiritual growth and life purpose. Join us for a fun-filled weekend together in an undistracted environment enjoying the outdoors with great food, entertainment, and live music. JH Outback coming to Birmingham October 28th through 30th and also next spring April 21st through 23rd. JH Outback. Renew and refresh.
Welcome back to the Rebel Nation Sports Network. Scott Griffin, Chad Pilcher, BJ Milliken roaming the sidelines. Our entire crew here. 9-0. The Rebels on top right now. And some of the first half numbers are very gaudy, especially the offensive numbers as a team for the Rebels.
And when you look at the numbers, you understand Coach Evans' frustration. Total yards in the first half, Vestavia and Spain Park, 59. Vestavia's thrown for 113 yards through the air. They've controlled the time of possession as well. They've had the ball for 15 minutes and 25 seconds in that first half. Spain Park only had it for 8 minutes and 35 seconds. Third downs, Vestavia 6 of 12, Spain Park only 2 of 5. John Paul Head through the air, 9 of 21 for 97 yards. Luke Turner came in, he was 2 of 3 for 16 yards. Head also the leading rusher for the Rebels, 14 carries, 64 yards. He's averaging 4.6 yards per carry, and Keon Richardson is the leading receiver. He's got 4 of his first 5 years. He went to the playoffs. In 2015, they made it to the state championship game, but ended up come up with the victory. And it's a place where he had some success, and then in the waning years didn't have as much, and that's what led to the change. But he's back here, and his defense has shown out in the first half.
All right, we will take another 1-minute break, come back with the second half kick. You're watching the Rebel Nation Sports Network.
Murray Bobs.
Dr. Melanie Petro has a simple philosophy.
I love to see them look in the mirror and see themselves several years ago. It reconnects them with who they are.
Dr. Petro is double board certified and fellowship trained to help you see you again.
When you see yourself again, all of a sudden you're not just reconnected with your face, you're reconnected with yourself, and it gives you a confidence.
Welcome back, 9-0, Vestavia on top here in this playoff game that Robert Evans has not shied away from talking about for a couple of weeks now. And it seems to be going about like we thought from the standpoint of, again, the Thompson game for both was about the same, but Hoover really beat Spain Park pretty handily, while obviously Vestavia came within about a minute and a half of upsetting the Bucks without their starting quarterback. So it's kind of playing that way so far in this game.
I think this Vestavia coaching staff coming into this ball game felt like if they played well, if they made plays when down the field in the passing game, that they had a chance to potentially run away with this thing. They haven't made the plays, and that's why they haven't run away with it. And
that's exactly right.
And so that's the difference in this ball game. And if Vestavia is able to get it going here in this second half, you might see that lead extended. The problem is the Vestavia defense has been dominant. We mentioned only giving up 59 yards in the entire first half, but because Vestavia's had to settle for field goals, you're just one big play away from Spain Park being right back in this ball game.
That's why that last one was big. It's a two-score game, right?
It absolutely was. Able to execute. Carter Shirley has been huge. Not only the 3 field goals that he's kicked tonight, but he caused the fumble on the kickoff return where Spain Park fumbled that also led to points. So Carter Shirley has been the MVP of the ball game so far tonight. The defense has been outstanding under defensive coordinator Sean Rainey. It's time for the offense, and I would say this. The offense has been in a position to make plays. The play calls have been there. It's just a matter of completing the passes, either making the catch when you have an opportunity to do so or making the throws, putting them on the money.
Yeah, and Head has been right on the money on some of them and then pretty off on others, just from missing a week of throwing the football. So we're about ready for the second half kickoff, and the Jaguars would get the kick here to begin the third quarter.
And if
go ahead.
If you're Spain Park, what you're looking to do is get the ball. Even if you don't get points, you have to move it. Vestavia played the entire game. This entire first half was played in Spain Park territory.
Yeah.
Spain Park was never able to get anything done, and they've struggled all season offensively. After the first 2 games or first game and a half, they tried to ground and pound and really run the ball with their physical running backs. They weren't able to do so. They switched to more of the spread concept that we've seen, tried to let Smallwood use his athleticism to make plays, but that hasn't worked here tonight.
But Vestavia has worked well with John Paul Head running the football, throwing some, having his moments, but the defense has been terrific. Sam Hansen has a pickoff for the second straight week. Robert Evans, Sean Rainey, those two right there, have really put together a nice game plan defensively, and they really never threatened at all. A handful of first downs, if that, 3 maybe? For 3 first downs, and Vestavia had 13 in the first half to go along with a 207 to 59 yardage chasm that is there.
And that's why you heard the frustration from Coach Robert Evans as he went off at the half. Vestavia's played in a manner in which they should be dominating this game, but the scoreboard doesn't say so. However, you go in at half, you make some adjustments, you want the defense to come up with a stop and then try to put some more points on the board.
Carter Shirley will kick it off. There's the leg, and he'll kick it all the way in the end zone. Again, he's just become a fantastic weapon for these Rebels. 3 field goals, as you said, a tackle, and there he is, little pint-sized guy with a strong leg, kicks it in the end zone on a consistent basis as well. So the Jags will start on the 20.
Carter's dad would tell you that Carter takes after his dad with that athleticism and outstanding leg. So I know his dad Sean's at home here or at home watching, but Carter's had an outstanding start to this season.
Been fantastic find and gotten better every week. So here comes Evan Smallwood, Derek Shanks, and the rest of the Jags for Spain Park. No different on the starting lineup for the Rebels. They hand to Shanks, and he's knocked down immediately Wisenhunt was in there, but diving in at his legs was Hansen, bringing the helmet hit on Shanks after about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, Hansen's a guy just continues to show up.
He gets better, doesn't he?
He's getting better every single week and has a knack for the football. Not going to be flashy or show anything, but he always shows up, always in there around the football to make a play.
Watson this time off the center to pick where he wants to go. Evans gives him a lot of freedom on that, and he's rushing straight ahead. They throw it out. Boy, Downey did he get it? We'll have to take a look at that. I'm sure John Basiglio got it on the instant replay, and they're giving it to him. Take a look.
This was
I thought it hit the turf.
Incredible read. This is a play, you knew it at the snap. Downey aggressive makes the hit. It comes to, looked like that ball may hit the ground, but there is no replay in high school football.
Wow.
But an incredible play by Grant Downey to be aggressive to go after the ball. That's a study play. That's a play you make during the week.
That's a Monday, Tuesday video play, right?
Incredible play by this Vestavia defense and puts this offense in incredible field position.
So here comes head whistle, and that's going to be a flag on Spain Park. They had too many men on the field. Vestavia snapped it, and I think Spain Park was confused about who was out there and who not. Or they said it was their time. So, no, illegal participation. There you go. So that'll back them up another 5.
Yeah, this has been a pretty awful start to this half for Spain Park. Everything that could go wrong has. First the interception, now the penalty. It's a 1st and 5 for Vestavia.
Tonsmeyer to Head's left. He'll run behind him. Cut inside, find running room. John Paul Head for the touchdown. He cut back against the grain and found pay dirt. Take a look.
The best part of Vestavia's offense in that first half was John Paul Head running the football. And what about that run right there to the outside? Looked like there was nothing there. Cut back across, gets north and south into the end zone, and Vestavia with the early touchdown.
Turn another turnover into points. That's 10 for the night. Shirley on for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. Vestavia on top 16-0. We'll take a break. You're watching the Rebel Nation Sports Network.
Renew and refresh. JH Outback
Service technician arrives in your home. You give us an amazing, the opportunity to earn your trust, to never sell you something you don't need. When the job is done and the technician leaves, I want you to be really pleased with the work. And I want something more. I want you to say to yourself, I trust that guy.
Welcome back to the Rebel Nation Sports Network. Carter Shirley kicking it away again. That's another touchback. And the Rebels are rocking right now. 11:05 to go in the third quarter, up 16-0. They've now scored 10 points off of Jaguar turnovers.
You know, we're fortunate to have access to the program during the week, during practice. We get to talk to coaches. We don't get to go in the locker room at halftime. But I have a feeling there were probably some pretty strong, harsh words said at halftime of what Coach Evans and this staff expected to see from his team here in the second half, and he's gotten that on the first drive.
So here comes Spain Park, a little bit shell-shocked right now. Ross just crushes Evan. Smallwood engulfed him like a tsunami coming from the left end.
Jonathan Bibbs was coming in motion. Smallwood appeared to be reading that play, and that was not much of a read. He read it wrong, and Ross was there to make the play.
2nd down and 16. Smallwood gets it, runs it, got room, hit there by Ross, and he'll get to the 24-yard line. So a nice gain of about 9, but it'll be 3rd down and 5.
I like that play call by Spain Park. Nothing's going correct when you're trying to play in the backfield. Let's just run it straight ahead, see if something can happen.
Handoff, Shanks inside, and not much happening there. Richter and Sykes, Wisenhunt in there on Derek Shanks. And it's 4th down and 4, and here comes the punting unit. An odd call on 3rd and 5.
Yeah, you put with the 2nd down call, you put yourself in a position to make something happen on 3rd down, then just to give it straight up the middle when you've been able to do nothing running the football tonight. That is an odd call.
68 total yards for Spain Park and 17 rushing.
Yeah, that was the first time you've really been in a third and short situation where you have a chance to pick something up. And just nothing doing. Another really good series by this Vestavia defense.
There's the kick away. Good punt. Downey goes back and catches it on the 34-yard line, and that's where the Rebels will take advantage. BJ, did you notice what you were talking to Evans about there on the sideline? Have you noticed a difference in the mood?
Yeah, intensity. That is the key. I asked him about the intensity in the first half. He said he wasn't happy about it. He said that he told the team before the game they didn't think they were ready. I think they came out in the second half ready.
Yeah, it looks that way. 1st and 10 Rebels. Head directing strength to the left, hands to Tonsmeyer around left end. A little fancy footwork there to pick up a couple, and flags are down on I guess a late hit by the Jaguars. Let's take a look.
Nice run by Tonsmeyer there. Kirby Robertson, you see him just throw Tonsmeyer down. He threw his hands up. He immediately knew that was a poor decision, but just a dumb play there against the Spank Park defense. And Coach Fakakis has taken him off the field and sent him to the far end.
Kelby Roberson with a little frustration foul for the Rebels. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Coach Fakakis has actually sent him off the sideline. And that's what Coach Fakakis is talking about. He's trying to build a program and teach discipline to his kids. And it's just not how he wants them to play.
So Roberson's being sent to the locker room. Richardson on the screen. He's got running room. Smith out there blocking. And that'll get 7 or 8 on that left end.
Nice catch there by Richardson. I want to be clear for Roberson. This is not the official sending him off. This is his head coach sending him off, trying to teach a lesson. And that's the kind of things you see it on both of these sidelines. We talked about what Coach Evans did at halftime. Now you see Coach Fakakis do it, teaching and growing your program.
Ball fake to Tonsmeyer. Head goes over the right side. And he's got another Royal Automotive first down running behind Hager, McMurray, Moxley, those guys, Livingston, Porter, doing the yeoman's work on that offensive line for the Rebels.
That gets Head up to 82 yards rushing on the night.
Tonsmeyer, right side. Now he's got running room. 30, 25, down inside to the 22-yard line before Alex Smith throws him out. And that's another first down.
Vestavia keeping the ball on the ground, just dominating in the early going in this third quarter. The offensive line's getting a push. The wide receivers on the outside doing a nice job blocking downfield. Jack Lockhart now in the ball game at running back.
Lockhart flanked to Head's left. He's got it right. No, Head keeps it, takes it out of his belly, and tries to get a couple. Does get to the 20-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Head's had some nice success bouncing those runs to the outside, start up the middle, and then bounce it to the outside. You see he'll try to do it here. He sees defenders, goes to the outside, but nice pursuit there by Spain Park and a good strong tackle by Jonas Harrelson.
Head ball fake, runs up the middle. This time another first down, just running like a fullback through the Jaguars secondary, and he's down to the 12-yard line, very close to another first down.
And Vestavia showing a little bit of run action. That time fakes it to Lockhart. That holds those linebackers for just a second, which gives Head room. Rushes again straight up the middle. Now he's at 18 carries for 92 yards.
Takes it around the right end. Just takes a step, running 3. Does he get over? They're checking. Touchdown! John Paul Head around the right end. The Rebels score another touchdown.
Welcome back, John Paul Head. That's his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. Lead play, Jack Lockhart with the block. Good hit there. Tucker Smith as well. Head follows him into the end zone. The officials deliberate and call it a touchdown.
Carter Shirley will be on for the extra point.
Got a flag.
You're watching the Rebel Nation Sports Network.
Renew and refresh. JH Outback focuses on strengthening family bonds with spouses, parents, and children to help in spiritual growth and life purpose. Join us for a fun-filled weekend together in an undistracted environment, enjoying the outdoors with great food, entertainment, and live music. JH Outback coming to Birmingham October 28th through 30th, and also next spring, April 21st through 23rd. JH Outback. Renew and refresh.
When the on-time service technician arrives in your home, you give us an amazing opportunity. The opportunity to earn your trust, to arrive at your home on time, to fix the problem in your home, and to never sell you something you don't need. When the job is done and the technician leaves, I want you to be really pleased with the work. And I want something more. I want you to say to yourself, I trust that guy.
Welcome back. Carter Shirley getting ready to kick it off. Jaguars getting spanked right now by the Rebels, 23-0. As Vestavia, now they're going to put that unsportsmanlike conduct on the kickoff. Not that Shirley needs that help, because he's boomed it in the end zone the last several kickoffs.
He's got a chance to kick it out of the end zone this time.
He could kick it to Montgomery if he likes. So he'll kick off from the Jags 45. We'll see if he does anything different or just kicks it away. And that'll go way out of here. So the Rebels will defend starting at the 20. And Shirley has now gotten some help with a couple of touchdowns. And again, it's been on the Jags side of the field this entire third quarter, just like it was the first half.
Vestavia's come out with a different energy here in this second half. We're not even halfway into the third quarter. They've already scored twice. They dominated Spain Park from a defensive standpoint. John Paul Head's gone over 100 yards on the ball game, 2 rushing touchdowns. This has been a different Vestavia team here in the second half.
Smallwood throws it out. Bibbs has it, got blocked, and got a little running room over there. One of their more successful plays. And they'll pick up about 8 there.
Looks like we have another flag down on the play.
And we'll see what this is about. Student Cam band getting into it tonight. 23-0 Vestavia, and they'll mark it off against Spain Park on the hold, I guess on the perimeter.
Yeah, it was right here. It was the line judge on the Spain Park sideline that threw the flag. So even when they get a positive play, get something going offensively, they run into themselves and are unable to make anything happen.
So first down and about 18 for the Jaguars. Smallwood at quarterback. Fakes it, got pressure, throws it up, and nothing doing on that particular play. And again, pressure coming from, I think, Richter in there to make him throw it before he wanted to.
Threw it too far, threw it out of bounds, and really well defended that time by Downey, running step for step.
With Reggie Jackson, right?
Reggie Jackson down the sidelines. And these are good-looking receivers. Both Jackson and Bibbs, tall, lengthy, but they've just been unable, with few exceptions, they've been unable to get loose and do anything with the football.
Derek Shanks now split out wide right, I should say. 4 wide receiver, actually 5 wide receiver set. Smallwood pressured, sacked again. 3rd sack of the night. This time Andrew Sykes is the one responsible.
And watch this stunt here. Watch the tackles in the end swap roles. If we get the replay here, Ross showing pressure there like he's going to come. And watch, you see a couple bail out and a couple twists. There they go. There comes from the secondary, and just confused the Spain Park offensive line, and that gets the sack for Sykes.
So now 3rd down and about 21. They've got to get to the 30-yard line. The football is on the 8.
Vestavia has 7 defenders in the secondary.
Jordan Ross coming in. He's got pressure. Football loose. Ross falls on it. Do they give him the touchdown? Let's see, they're conferring before they call it. Let's see what it is. Or is it on the foot line?
Definitely a fumble. That's a touchdown.
Ross fell on it. It is a touchdown. Jordan Ross with the touchdown. Another sack, another forced turnover. This one was resulting directly in a touchdown.
The previous sack was a result of scheme and the way the defensive lineman moved around and the call by the coaching staff. That sack and score was a result of individual effort. Jordan Ross, being an outstanding athlete and playmaker, put 6 more on the board for the Rebels.
Carter Shirley with the extra point. It is up, and it's good. So Vestavia now on top 30-0. You're watching the Rebel Nation Sports Network.
You can always trust. That involves every process and every person in our business, starting with me. It means you trust our technician to arrive at your home, and you trust us to fix what's broken. You've given us the opportunity to earn your trust. We could never ask for more than that.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Score 30-0. The Rebels on top of the Jags. Carter Shirley on for the kickoff, and he's been terrific at him. This one will be returnable at the 3. 20, 30. Good return there before Cox and some other Rebels drag down Ferris. BJ, you notice a drastic difference on the sideline.
Yeah, it's like night and day down here. I'll be honest with you. This may be the most exciting, pumped up this sideline's been all year long. Coach Rainey was coming down towards us after that fumble recovery, and he told the defense, let's get another one. So he's fired up. Everybody down here is fired up.
Coach Rainey's not a real loud or boisterous type guy. He's not going to make anything about himself. But this is a big night for him, too. A place he spent almost a decade as a head coach. A lot of kids that he knows on the other sideline. His entire coaching staff still here, so having a big game tonight is big for him.
Smallwood to Bibbs. He's hit and dropped. What a great play by Michael Dobbs. He's got 20 tackles on the year. That's the first time I remember calling it tonight, but that was an outstanding play.
And we've seen it the way that Vestavia is reading the play before it happens. This defense is locked in. They're dialed in. They understand what's going to happen offensively for Spain Park before it happens. And that's why you see them making plays in the backfield. Now, that said, Vestavia's been very aggressive on those slip screens. You would think Spain Park might try to run some kind of action out of one of those at some point in this game.
Smallwood looks one way, comes back to Ferris on this side. Got blocking. There was a hold on Downey, not called. And the Jaguars will get a first down, a Royal Automotive first down.
And if you wonder why coaches continue to call those kinds of screens, it's because a lot of times it creates one-on-one matchups. And if you're able to break one tackle, then you've got an opportunity to pick up a chunk play, and that's what Spain Park did there.
1st and 10. Handoff, Ferris inside, and nothing doing. Sykes is in there to stop that one after about a half-foot gain.
Andrew Sykes has had a big game. That's his 7th tackle of the night. He's leading this Rebel defense, and that time just shot in there to make the play.
They'll give him a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Getting the play up the sideline. 4:31 and counting in the 3rd quarter. And Smallwood just has to throw it away. Watson pushed him down in the back. They did not throw a flag on it. So it'll be 3rd down and 9.
They didn't call a flag on the play against Watson. They didn't call a flag against Spain Park on what could have been a couple of different holding calls in the backfield. So the officials keeping the flags in their pockets. Been actually a pretty clean game. 4 penalties for Vestavia, only 6 for Spain Park.
Smallwood getting pressured again. It was right to Wisenhunt, it looked like. Had his mitts on it, but it was thrown right to him. It looked like it shocked him. Take a look.
He just tried to run a screenplay, delay. Wisenhunt reads it perfectly in his hands, but just not able to hold on.
Wow. He was just kind of making holding containment, and next thing you know, the ball's in his belly. 4th down and 9. Downey got his heels on the 17-yard line. Low snap. They kick it away. And Downey will come up and catch it at the 21-yard line. So Vestavia will get the football right back on offense at the 21. A lot of time left. 4:09 to go in the 3rd quarter. 30-0 Vestavia.
Total yards, Vestavia 269, Spain Park 82. That's not anything new for this Spain Park offense. Last week against Thompson, they were outgained 346 to 154. The week before against Hoover had 326 total yards, Spain Park only 191. So that's been a challenge getting things going from the yard department for Spain Park all season long.
John Paul Head and the Rebels back out here. Tonsmeyer up the middle. He's got running room, and he'll get to the 29-yard line before he's belted down. But that'll be a 7-yard gain for Tonsmeyer, who's found better running room behind the offensive line in the second half.
Yeah, that time Jack McMurray was outstanding. The right guard, getting a huge push on this Spain Park defensive line.
Smitha in motion, hand to Tonsmeyer, cuts back, another good kick out block. Tonsmeyer to the 44-yard line. And I think that was Ainsworth or Hager on the kick out block on the end. Watch, take a look.
That was Hager. Watch 75 right there. Boom! Also got some help from J.D. Livingston. And when you see these rushing yards like they are, moving the football up and down, Vestavia now at 172, you know the offensive line is having a good night. And this is a stout Spain Park defensive line, but the Vestavia O-line has dominated.
Ainsworth and Smith now move to the left side. Hand off, another big hole for Tonsmeyer. Goes around right end, and he'll have another chunk play. And they'll give him about, 7 yards on that play.
Good stop. You see the shift here. We got a flag down at the end of this play. It's either going to be a late hit or holding on Vestavia. We'll wait and see. Right there, might get the holding there against the Rebels. Might have been, yeah, I got to get Richardson down the field for holding. That was the correct call by the officials.
So that'll back the Rebels up to the 40-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 13. Head throws it, got hit as he throws. And had to throw it a little bit before he wanted to. He got belted there by the Jags in the backfield. You don't want to see that in a 30-0 game.
C.J. Clancy comes in there with a big hit in the backfield. Head let that ball fly just a little too long. And that was actually well defended by Spain Park. When you run that many times, you expect your secondary to clamp down a little bit. They did not do that.
Clancy and some of the other backups in. Throw a screen out here, Freelo, and he gets pushed out of bounds by the Jaguars.
That was Brian Austin, who we mentioned has a ton of offers. The other D lineman, number 21, Caldwell Bussey, is already committed to Furman. So these are guys that are going to play at the next level, but they just haven't shown tonight.
3 Division I players on the defensive line normally, but the Rebels' offensive line has done terrific. 3rd down and 9. Head throws it open. He had a man, but it looked like he was hit in the middle of his route. And Smith a little bit slow to get up, as is number 25 for Spain Park, and that is Tyler Walker. They kind of ran into each other.
Yeah, that ball was not going to be caught regardless, but they certainly had a huge collision right down the middle of the field while the ball was in the air.
So 4th down and 9, and Downey is on to kick it for Vestavia. He's got a lot more height on his kicks tonight than normal. And that is about a 33-yard kick for Downey. And that's where the Jaguars will pick it up again with less than 100 yards of offense.
One thing that's really stood out, and we've seen it all season, but especially in this game, is the kicking game. We talked about Carter Shirley, but what about Downey? He never comes off. He barely comes off the field.
Yeah.
He's playing defense in the secondary. He punts, and that's been a huge weapon tonight. He holds. He waits till the last minute before he kicks it. He returns the kicks, and you might not have seen a lot of big returns, but he's calling fair catches. He's sure-handed. He's not letting balls hit the ground, which results in extra yards. So the special team's been a huge weapon tonight as well.
Smallwood throws it out, batted down. Coming in, Sam Hansen, who's already got an interception tonight, knocks that leather to the ground.
Vestavia's been just that close on a couple of balls where they've deflected them, and maybe defenders would have a chance to come down. That's a big play by Hansen. Again, nose to the football. He understands before the snap what's going to happen, and this defense is winning the battle before the snap even happens.
$30-0 Vestavia, 2:51 to go in the third. Hand off, Shanks gets about to the 38-yard line. A couple of brothers, one wears 5, one wears 20. Houston Owen on the stop. So it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Last time, Spain Park had a manageable 3rd down. It was about a 3rd and 4 or 5, and they chose to run the ball. This time a 3rd and 2. It's a running situation where you could run, see what they do.
Smallwood gets it, running around right end, and it's knocked down at the 37-yard line. But we'll see where they marked the football. That was William Bond, backup defensive end with the tackle. So they give him a Royal Automotive 1st down. Movement on the side, and that'll back up the Jags. So Bond's starting to get a little playing time for the Rebels. Sneaking into the rotation a little bit. William Douglas has lately as well. So 1st down and 15. Hand off Shanks. He's got running room. Blocked and held is Nelson. Shanks goes down the left sideline to the 41-yard line. Nelson came in a little bit too much. Then he got shielded on the block, and Robert Evans doesn't like it.
No, it's the first time we've seen Spain Park really get a big play, and they're very quickly back to the line of scrimmage.
Shanks again, this time Wisenon had him in the backfield, let him escape. But finally, the Rebels get him down, and that is Gibson Bean, a backup linebacker, with that stop. Smallwood breaking inside and slides down at the 29-yard line.
So Vestavia's put some fresh bodies, put some substitutes in. Spain Park started moving the ball, and you see Coach Evans there not happy about how this drive's going regardless of the score.
Smallwood throws it out this time, and Jackson is nailed immediately. A host of Rebels are there, but I think number 45 again.
Yeah, that's Bean again.
Bean again out there at the linebacker, catching wide receiver.
He took on that block. You want to keep everything inside. He did that perfectly and even made the tackle as well.
Shanks, the other Shanks, goes inside, spins off a couple of tackles, and goes outside. Downey came up. Bean again was there. But Sykes had to clean it up on the outside.
That's a really good run by Shanks. He's continued to fight and push forward, but great pursuit by the Vestavia defense. Even if one guy misses, you've got more bodies coming in to clean it up.
3rd down and 9. Spain Park's the most consistent drive all night. They fake the reverse. Smallwood trying to get away, throws it downfield, has a man, but Cox is there smothering the Jags receiver. Great play by Will Cox.
That is really good defense in the secondary by Cox. This is a play that takes a long time. You see the play action, the run action on the reverse fake, and then Smallwood rolling out. Cox stays right there, reaches out perfectly defended. Knock it incomplete. Now it's the 4th and 9.
The Jags obviously have to go for it, down 30-0 with 36 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And Robert Evans will call a timeout.
Timeout, Vestavia.
We'll keep it here. Robert Evans trying to get his team ready, wanting to, you may sit there and wonder, why are you calling a timeout? He wants to make sure they're on the same page. A shutout is nice, and he's one of the few defensive coordinators that can get shutouts in today's football.
The DJ's still going tonight.
Huh?
The DJ's still going tonight.
No, that's still rocking. There's no doubt. DJ Milliken trying to get in the huddle over there. And what was Robert saying before, BJ, if anything?
Well, it was not nice. I'll say that for the defense. Yeah, he's, again, coaching like they're down 30-0 and not up 30-0. He's still intense down here on the sidelines coaching his defense.
All right. So he called timeout. Football is at the 29-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 9. There's the situation. 36.9 to go.
4th down and 9 for Spain Park.
And another timeout.
I think we've got an official that's having some issues.
And
looks like he might be dizzy or something. They've got the trainer checking him out.
The trainer's checking out one of the officials.
So if he goes off the field, the officials will have to adjust their positions.
We've seen it all tonight. We've seen a horrible injury to Gilbert with a lower extremity that was carted off the field in the first half. And now here's an official. There's the Hoover mayor down there. What's he doing?
He's participating.
I don't know.
Hey, the mayor is dialed into everything.
Yeah, he's
in this city.
Now he's checking out the officials.
Yeah, Mayor Frank Mercado, he's actually involved in the coin toss to start the game, and there
looks like Feinbaum from here, but it is the mayor of Hoover.
It is.
Kind of bizarre.
Yeah, they're worried about him. They're kind of checking under his chest. They're going to cart him off as well.
Yeah, I don't know if he got hot or what. It's not a crazy hot night. Now, it was hot when the sun was out, but it's been pretty pleasant since, right?
It really has. It's we got a little bit of cool type feeling, which is what you've really experienced the last couple of weeks, especially in the mornings and early mornings and late at night. Just we've had a lot happen in this ball game. Coach Evans and Coach Rainey. Their defense has been outstanding tonight. Looking to end this drive on the 4th down play.
So this timeout is taking quite a turn. Football game's really becoming lengthy now. We still have the 4th quarter to play.
It looks like there's Dr. Dugas again helping out, so he's had a busy night as well.
Trying to, I don't know if they're bringing him fluids or what, but they've got him in the cart. Not sure what they're still discussing.
Of the stands, they obviously, when you officiate a game, there's the crew on the field
coming out of the press box, right?
There are also officials in the press box running the clock, kind of helping out and managing. And we've got now one of the officials from the press box who probably didn't think he was going to have to be on the field tonight. He's now slowly making his way down to the field, and we'll see if he joins the crew.
We'll take a 1-minute break and come back. You're watching the Rebel Nation Sports Network.
Dr. Melanie Petro has a simple philosophy.
I love to see them look in the mirror and see themselves several years ago. It reconnects them with who they are.
Dr. Petro is double board certified and fellowship trained to help you see you again.
When you see yourself again, all of a sudden you're not just reconnected with your face, you're reconnected with yourself, and it gives you a confidence.
All right, welcome back. Scott Griffin and Chad Pilcher, B.J. Milliken on the sidelines, our incredible crew here, and the Rebels. There's the official being carted off. 30-0. Vestavia on top. It is 4th down and 9. Smallwood will take the snap. The Rebels look like they're going to drop in a zone. We'll see how many they bring. Pressure coming. Sykes coming from the outside. Smallwood throws it now and has a man open at the 10. Dobbs on the catch, but Bibbs got free right at the last second.
Vestavia had a chance to make plays in the backfield. They do not execute. And Smallwood does a really good job of keeping the play alive. Could have gone down there, has a chance there again. He avoids it. And now we're back to live action with Smallwood carrying on 1st down.
Wisenhunt with the tackle there. He went high.
After that 1st down, Spain Park's up to the 7-yard line, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
We'll take a break. You're watching the Rebel Nation Sports Network.
I want on-time service to be the home service company you can always trust. That involves every process and every person in our business, starting with me. It means you trust our technician to arrive at your home on time. You trust us to give you the cost of the job in writing before the work begins. And you trust us to fix what's broken. You've given us the opportunity to earn your trust. We could never ask for more than that.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school.
Welcome back to the Rebel Nation Sports Network. Scott Griffin, Chad Pilcher, B.J. Milliken.
Yeah, so I guess he just choked on some water, said he had some water hit the back of his throat, and he got a little short of breath. They're going to take him in to check him out just for precautionary measures, but he should be fine.
So he was gulping water and got choked on it.
It happens.
Does it? That's a new one.
I would have thought it was the heat, but as we talked about, it wasn't very hot, right? So
Spain Park just doing a really nice job of honoring first responders down on the field. So a nice gesture here on what's been really a nice night here. Good experience, good atmosphere here at Spain Park. For the home fans, the team just has defensively the entire game, but especially in the second half, they've got it going offensively.
2nd and goal.
Second down and goal for the Jaguars.
As the referee stops play, now we're ready to snap it. Smallwood pitches back. Shanks. Watson was there, but Shanks is going to run in for the touchdown. Kind of a weird looking play, but Shanks goes in for the score, and the Jaguars finally get on the board, 30-6.
Yeah, just power there. Tall sweep to the left side. Just muscle up and run downhill. Spain Park's able to cash it in on what was easily their best drive of the night and their first points of this ball game.
So the Jags on the board. They try to add the extra point. It is up, and it's good. 30-7. Rebels on top. We'll take a break. You're watching the Rebel Nation Sports Network.
Renew and refresh. JH Outback focuses on strengthening family bonds with spouses, parents, and children to help in spiritual growth and life purpose. Join 28th through 30th and also next spring, April 21st through 23rd. JH Outback. Renew and refresh.
When the on-time service technician arrives in your home, you give us an amazing opportunity. The opportunity to earn your trust, to arrive at your home on time, to fix the problem in your home, and to never sell you something you don't need. When the job is done and the technician leaves, I want you to be really pleased with the work. And I want something more. I want you to say to yourself, I trust that guy.
Welcome back to Vestavia's up 30-7. The Rebels look like they're expecting an onside kick. They got everybody pretty close, within 10 to 15 yards. And we'll see what happens here. And now a whistle. Downey was back deep. And I think Vestavia called a timeout. According to Stevie Gill, our stat guy, said only 10 on the field.
Pretty well all night. You dominated the third quarter. You want the kids to stay sharp, and that doesn't matter who's on the field. If it's the starters, if it's the second team, the third team, you want every kid to play up to the standard and the level that you expect them to play. And so he calls the timeout there. It didn't look like Spain Park was going to try the onside kick there, just with how they lined up, but you have to keep the hands team out there for just in case.
So Robert Evans making a last adjustment there. (30-7), the Rebels in this playoff type game that Robert Evans talked about have been in control pretty much since midway through the first quarter. So now they're in a regular kicking return formation.
And they still have 10 players on the field.
Yeah, Lockhart and
Vestavia still has 10 out.
Mollison back deep. Still only 10 people on the field. And there it is. And I don't know if BJ could tell them they only have 10 men on the field. We'll get BJ Milliken involved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's only 10 on the field.
Tell him, BJ.
Robert Evans, did you tell him, BJ? What, are you coaching now?
I told him.
Coach Evans just told the special teams coach, and now they're looking over. There goes the 11th right there. Good job, BJ.
I get the assist on that one, right?
Yeah. So Sam Hansen comes out, I guess. That's Sam, 47. So now, again, 9 of them will creep up here, and they will do an onside kick, and it'll be down. I guess that's Will Cox over there, downing it at the 49-yard line. Well, even the kickoffs are taking 10 minutes. What's the deal here?
With the left-footed kick to the left side. It got a little bit of a bounce, but a pretty easy hop there for Cox, who was in perfect position after Vestavia got 11 on the field. And now the offense will take over at their own 49-yard line after the onside kick attempt. Once again, it was really good field position for Vestavia, which has been a theme here tonight. Cooper Mollison comes out of the game. Charlie Ingram comes in.
Head, hands it off. Tonsmeyer, right side, got a great block. He's down the sideline. Tonsmeyer could score. Turning on the afterburners. Touchdown, William Tonsmeyer. And the Rebels on top 36-7. Wow, he turned off the kick-out block
by
here.
Smitha.
Boom. Yeah.
Outstanding block at the point of contact by Riggs Manown, and then Tonsmeyer uses the speed, outruns everyone into the end zone.
So Tonsmeyer, who's had great success in the second half, here comes Head as he throws a jump pass, and that just kind of looked funky, didn't it, from the get-go? Push pass by Head there, trying to find his intended receiver, and that was Charlie Ingram, the fullback.
That's one of those plays you call. If you get the look that you're looking for, you stay in it and run it. It's predetermined. If you get a certain look, you're going to run that. They got the look, but just didn't execute it as they needed to.
Tonsmeyer, all excited. Really turned on the speed there. 36-7, Vestavia on top after the two-point conversion failed.
That puts Tonsmeyer over 100 yards on the night. He has 14 carries, 108 yards. John Paul Head was already over 100 on the night. And total rushing yards for Vestavia, 37 carries for 230 yards on the ground. Total yards for the Rebels, 353.
So well over 6 yards a carry. So Carter Shirley is on for the kickoff. He said all touchbacks but one. There's another kick. This one's a little short at the 9-yard line as well. Reggie Jackson bringing it out, still on his feet, and he's drugged down 27-yard line. Richter and Hansen on that tackle, as well as Talon Turner. Probably Chase Rose, a linebacker, in there. 1st and 10. Shirley's done a great job in this game. 3 field goals, several touchbacks.
1st and 10 for St. Park from the 26-yard line.
36-7, Vestavia on top and in control. Handoff Shanks again. Vestavia really stiff on the defensive line. Wheeler Smith helped bring him down. As some of the backups starting to sneak in there a little bit, but still Sykes and Wisenhunt and Jordan Ross, some of those guys still in here. Wheeler Smith does get a lot of snaps. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd down for the Jaguars.
Swing pass to Bibbs, and he'll be drugged down by Sykes
Number 3, Jonathan Bibbs.
at the 34-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
That's Sykes' 10th tackle of the night.
He's
been all
terrific.
over the field.
Yeah. Ross on the right defensive end. Shanks again, wiggled away, and he's got a 1st down, a Royal Automotive 1st down. Will Cox tripped him up at the 45. You want to finish the game right, too, right? I mean, the ending, the result is not in doubt. But I know Robert Evans wants to have a clean ending to this football game.
Yeah, a lot of new guys, new faces are getting opportunities to play, which is important because they put in the work too, but you still want to play with the same intensity level and as well as that first team's been playing.
Handoff Shanks again, left side. Ross is there. Provides resistance. Houston Owen also helping out on that tackle.
Tackle made by number 5, Jordan Ross.
That's Ross's
3-yard gain.
Ross's 6th tackle of the night. He's another one. Between Sykes and Ross, they have been all over the place, making plays, getting into the backfield, pursuit. And that's one thing coming into this year, as Coach Evans talked about, we're going to potentially limit Ross's snaps as he gets into more football shape. And, man, he's been out there the entire time tonight and has been dominant.
2nd down 7. Smallwood throws it up. Just floated in the air forever. Dobbs was over there defending Bibbs, but Bibbs comes down with a football.
That's a good effort by Bibbs going up. That ball was just thrown up in the air. Throw it up. Hope your receiver can go jump up and try to do something with the football, and he did. Goes up high to make that catch.
1st and 10. Smallwood takes it out of the belly, tries the right side, but Gaines Johnson comes up, backup linebacker, drops him after a couple of yard gain.
Gaines Johnson in on the stop for the Rebels.
You see every
2nd
snap,
down and 8. Yep.
Vestavia's rotating in new bodies to get some reps.
Here comes a blitz. Owen got picked up. Bibbs on the outside. Another almost missed tackle, but Dobbs from his safety position got him by the shoestrings, but the Jags again with back-to-back drives.
And Dobbs both missed and made the tackle on that play. He saw the screen pass. He came running up, had a little bit of a hesitation that allowed to pick up some extra yardage, but then he did make the tackle, which puts Spain Park in a 3rd and 1.
Shanks inside. Jordan Ross hit him high, and Owen hit him low. Richter also there. That was an ugly meeting, but it is enough for the 1st down.
Spun him around after that contact, really continuing to fight forward. Ooh, he got a generous spot.
Yeah, Royal Automotive 1st down.
Shanks carry is good for Spain Park. 1st down.
1st and 10. .745 clock melting away. Jags trying to score here, throwing it out to Jackson. There's a blatant push by Downey. It looked like a frustration foul by Downey, but his team is up 36-7.
Yeah, there are some calls that are hard. There are some that are pretty easy, and that one was pretty easy for the officials.
Downey just pushed him down right when the ball was, and the ball wasn't catchable was the thing.
And he was in pretty good position.
Yeah, kind of an odd frustration foul. But they'll have the ball just shy of the 10. Technically can get a 1st down. Smallwood hands to Shanks. Pursuit, Sykes. Shanks cuts inside and gets about 4.
And one thing you like if you're Coach Fakakis for Spain Park is his kids are still fighting. They're still playing hard, as is Vestavia. And that's what you love to see, especially from 2 first-year head coaches, where you're trying to build a program and build an attitude the way you play. This is a game where the outcome is not in doubt, but kids are still playing hard.
Smallwood throws it up. It's a jump ball. Nelson knocks it away. Reggie Jackson wanted a flag, but on a jump ball, I like to let them play, and that's exactly what they did.
A good job of both guys being in position. You know what's coming. Just go up and see who can make the play, and Nelson does a nice job of knocking it down and incomplete to bring up 3rd down.
Third down, you get a 1st down, but it would be inside the 1. Smallwood pressure. Oh. Escapes Richter, throws it, and just throws it out of bounds. Trying to find Jackson over there, but nothing doing.
This has been a pretty well officiated game, but Richter got absolutely tackled on that play. He came with the pressure from the outside, and the right tackle just tackled him, and the officials did not see that call, did not throw the flag, so a missed call there. But the ball falls incomplete, so it'll be 4th down.
Fourth down, and again, technically could get a first down, but you'd almost be in the end zone. 4th and 6. Smallwood getting pressured by Hanson, rolling left. Flags are down. They find their man, and I think that was Bibbs. So, did they pick up the flag? Or?
Well, no, the flag is down. It's going to be holding against Spain Park, but you got to see where the spot is. If they're short, Vestavia will take the ball back.
Yeah. At the 2-yard line.
If they happen to have gotten that first down, then Coach Evans will take the penalty.
And they'll decline it, so the Rebels will get the ball and take it from the 2-yard line. 6:41 to go in this football game.
That was a good series with Vestavia where you bent but you didn't break. Spain Park was able to pick up some yards, and now with 6 minutes, 41 seconds left, Rebels try to put together a drive, run this clock out.
And this was under 100 yards going into the fourth quarter, but now Spain Park with 223 total yards.
Luke Turner now back in the football game at quarterback.
Lockhart coming on late. Boy, high snap. Lockhart just runs it up the middle, trying to get a little bitty breathing room. He'll get 3 or so up the middle. And this is where you just hope you don't have any injuries. You're just trying to get out of here, you know, with an off week coming up, unscathed, 36-7, 6:17 to go in this football game. Lockhart left in, outruns a couple of guys, gets to the 11-yard line. He's about a yard shy of the first down.
And they gave him a generous spot. He was very close.
Yeah, they'll give him a Royal Automotive first down.
That was a generous spot, but he was very close to breaking that one. I mean, just got tripped up. Now, Vestavia, you think, might use a little bit more of that play clock on this drive. And now they are taking a little more time looking to the sidelines.
5:36 to go. They normally play quick. Turner, Lockhart again, left end, trying to stay in bounds, and he'll get to the 18-yard line. So the running game has been a lot better, as Robert Evan talked about. It was Paul Head the first half. Second half, they've had some other guys help out.
Yeah, and they've run the ball 40 times tonight for 246 yards. Head and Tunsmeyer both over 100 yards.
Lockhart again, he's got a lead block, cut behind it beautifully, and up to the 28-yard line.
And you talk about the off week coming up for Vestavia. It couldn't come at a more perfect time. This has been a brutal start to the season. Tough opponents. Very good football teams that Vestavia has played. They're going to move to 2-3. And they are going to take it very easy during the off week next week. They'll be off on Monday, no practice. They'll have early morning practices on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so the kids can enjoy their afternoons. They'll be off on Friday and not get back at it until the following Sunday or Monday. So they're going to have a very light week and some off days so they can enjoy their weekend next week.
Handoff. Lockhart again, right side, more running room, still on his feet. He's close to the 40-yard line. Is Jack Lockhart.
That's a really good run by Lockhart that's going to get called back on a holding against Vestavia.
So take a look, a good running there by Lockhart.
They got Ainsworth on the hold. It was a correct call right there on the edge.
So Ainsworth reached out, grabbed some jersey. So it'll be first down at about 18 or 19
First down and 17
for the Rebels. 4:32 to go in the game. Turner, hands off. This time inside. That's Cross Tonsmeyer, Williams' brother, who adds a 0 to the number.
Cross, just a freshman. So a young man with a very bright future here for this Vestavia football team, getting some opportunities in the varsity game. And that's what's important about these types of games. Coaches talk about it. These kids work just as hard during the week, and they're getting ready. A lot of them playing in JV games, but then when there is an opportunity to get them in, you want to be able to do that and let them showcase and take advantage of their opportunities.
Cross, Tonsmeyer around right end before he's submarined down
Looks like
at the 23-yard line.
Another flag against the Rebels.
And I still see a lot of the starting offensive linemen in. They declined that penalty. But a lot of Hager, McMurray, Jimmy Morley's still in there. 3rd down and 14. They declined the penalty.
3rd down and 14 for Vestavia Hills.
Vestavia really milking the clock now. Handoff, Tonsmeyer. He'll get very close to the 28-yard line. So a 5-yard gain for Tonsmeyer.
And on the stop for the Jag, number 25, Tyler Walker.
It'll be 4th down.
And number 44, Josh Lewis.
And I think Robert Evans just would like this clock to milk down, and he'll run the punt team on at the last second, perhaps.
Yeah, he might let it run down, call a timeout. You're going to get it down to right at 2.5 minutes left. It's a weird clock here at Spain Park. It skips. I mean, I've been watching the clock the last few drives, and it'll skip numbers. It'll go from 2:38 to 2:34. It's really odd.
Well, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. I bet we've skipped 4 or 5 times just in the time I've been watching.
And now there is a timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching the Rebel Nation Sports Network.
Dr. Melanie Petro has a simple philosophy.
I love to see them look in the mirror and see themselves several years ago. It reconnects them with who they are.
Dr. Petro is double board certified and fellowship trained to help you see you again.
When you see yourself again, all of a sudden you're not just reconnected with your face, you're reconnected with yourself, and it gives you a confidence.
And we had a punt during the timeout, downed by the Jaguars at the 42-yard line, where they will take up possession with 2:17 to go in the football game. The winner or loser is not in doubt. Vestavia on top, 36-7. And Vestavia will go to 2-3, as Chad talked about, with a great bulk of their difficult games in the region done. Of course, they're all pretty tough in this region, especially when you're building a program like Robert Evans is doing.
I think if you came into this season, everyone would say Thompson is your favorite just based on what they've done in the past, won 3 state championships. Then Hoover and Hewitt-Trussville were the next 2 teams in line. And so
Shanks goes around right in.
And competing for that second spot in the region. And when you start looking at Vestavia and what they've done, they've already played both Thompson and Hoover. Those are behind them. And you wouldn't know what the score is by watching that. And Coach Evans continuing to coach his young men and fighting. And that's how you build a program. It doesn't matter the score. It doesn't matter the time. It doesn't matter who's in the field. That's how you build a program.
All backups on the defensive line now. Of course, Spain Park's just running the football. And Shanks gets a first down, a Royal Automotive first down. William Douglas is getting more playing time with the stop. Football at the 45-yard line.
So a final score tonight, Hoover 17, Hewitt Trustful 7.
Wow.
So Hoover moves to 4-1, remains undefeated in the region, and they will be in the driver's seat for that second spot with their game against Thompson obviously still to go.
Whoa, there's a snap over the head of the backup quarterback, and he's got to just fall on it. So Vestavia gets a break there. And in for the Jaguars, quarterback is Brock Bradley, just a freshman. He had no chance.
The positive side of getting, when a lopsided score is more guys get to play, the downside is they haven't gotten as much practice. They haven't had as many game reps, and so you see plays like that.
Second down and about 22. He'll get it and just fall forward for about 8 yards.
Quarterback keeper number 9, Brock Bradley.
Brock Bradley there. 47 seconds to go, and Robert Evans got to feel good about how his team played tonight, 36-7.
Brings up third down.
Bradley throws it behind, and good pursuit there by some of the young Rebels. Getting in on some action there for the Rebels. Daniel Reynolds, or it should be Caden Daniels, the backup defensive back, I should say. His brother Jaden's got a couple of touchdowns offensively. Gaines Johnson's in there.
Kent Vickers in on the play as well.
Yep. .7 seconds to go in the football game. 36-7. Vestavia. Screen pass, and that'll go out of bounds. Pretty good hit there by Daniels.
That was read perfectly by Caden Daniels. Good job of coming up, making the hit. And that's going to end the drive, and Spain Park turns it over on downs. Vestavia will have one snap to end this ball game with 17.9 seconds left.
Now, I'm proud to be a sponsor of St. Park High School football. At Crimson Oak Grove Resources, we understand the importance of community and teamwork. We pride ourselves on being one of the safest and lowest cost programs, producing the highest quality metallurgical coal in the world. We are proud of the team we have built here.
First and 10, Vestavia, 17 seconds to go, and they'll just down it with Luke Turner. And Robert Evans gets his second win as the head coach of the Rebels against Sean Rainey's former team, the Spain Park Jaguars. 36-7 is the final. We'll take a break and come back with more of the Rebel Nation Sports Network.
Dr. Melanie Petro has a simple philosophy.
I love to see them look in the mirror and see themselves several years ago. It reconnects them with who they are.
Dr. Petro is double board certified and fellowship trained to help you see you again.
When you see yourself again, all of a sudden you're not just reconnected with your face, you're reconnected with yourself, and it gives you a confidence.
When the on-time service technician arrives in your home, you give us an amazing opportunity. The opportunity to earn your trust, to arrive at your home on time, to fix the problem in your home, and to never sell you something you don't need. When the job is done and the technician leaves, I want you to be really pleased with the work. And I want something more. I want you to say to yourself, I trust that guy.
Lifeline's ministry is necessary because God has ultimately called the body of Christ to manifest the gospel to vulnerable children. We see it beginning in the Old Testament in the Pentateuch. God continues to renew that call over and over and over again to the people. Lifeline, in its role, comes alongside the church with that very narrow specialization to allow the church to live out the mission that the church has been given to proclaim the gospel through orphan care.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back to the Rebel Nation Sports Network. Scott Griffin and Chad Pilcher, B.J. Milliken will have head coach Robert Evans. You see him down there, and he's bringing up Mr. Tonsmeyer for something up there. So we'll see what that's about. I think
they're giving that game ball to Sean Rainey.
Got the game ball, and they did give it to Sean Rainey. Sean Rainey, the former head coach at Spain Park, and his defense was terrific tonight. And you see the love for Sean Rainey. To your point, he's pretty fiery, but he's just not in a demonstrative way, but a really good defensive mind for sure.
Yeah, and he was never going to say anything about it. This game meant a lot to him. It's when you pour 9 years of your life into a program, and in the early years had some really good success here at Spain Park. I saw him shaking hands. He was hugging all the coaches. A lot of the coaches on Spain Park staff are guys that he hired, and they're still here. And so a really important game to him. His defense was phenomenal tonight. We said it. Spain Park had less than 100 yards of total offense going into that fourth quarter. They dominated the line of scrimmage. They made plays all over. And so a big game for this entire team, but especially for defensive coordinator Sean Rainey, and very cool of Coach Evans and the team to award him the game ball.
Very cool. You hear Robert there going over it with the team a little bit. And some of the numbers, as we talked about, 383 to 228 on total yardage. And the Rebels, it was a bigger chasm than that when we started. And I think BJ has Coach Robert Evans down there in that melee. BJ.
Thanks, Griff. Well, Coach, you told me at halftime you weren't real pleased with the intensity. What'd you think in the second half?
It's exactly how you would want to see them respond. That's what I just told the guys. So we didn't play like our life was on the line. And I let them know that. And we made some good adjustments at halftime offensively. You got to credit Josh and his staff for having a good play in the second half. And then we got the immediate pick by Downey, and that kind of set the tempo. But we were aggressive most of the night on defense and wanted to be and really control the game. And when you play teams you're better than, the mentality is sometimes don't lose, and I thought that's how we played in the first half. We just said, cut it loose, let's play the style we want to play, which is up and down. And then, we had a good second half, and we still haven't played a four-quarter game. If we ever play a four-quarter game, we're going to beat the brakes off somebody. So hopefully that's coming in the second half. But they need a break, I need a break, all the coaches need a break. So we're excited to get to the off week, heal up, and have fresh body, mind, and soul going in the second half of the season.
Coach Rainey obviously spent a lot of time here. Yeah. How special was that, giving him the game ball?
Well, 9 years here, and he did a fantastic job. He took this program for the only second time in their school history to the state finals and lost by 1 or 2 to McGill-Tulane. But, you know, first school in school history to beat, only person in Spain Park history to beat Hoover twice, beat us twice in the same year. And so to be able to come back here, I know it was a special moment for him. And those defensive kids, especially those seniors, wanted to play and laid it on the line tonight and really wanted to honor him. And that's what a team's about, man. That's high school sports, and that's something he'll remember. That's something I'll remember. And they gave him a game ball and signed it all before the game on the bus over because they knew we were going to win. And wanted to have a special moment for him, and hopefully he felt honored.
You said this was a playoff game. I imagine off week, another playoff game awaits.
Yes, Chelsea, and they're much better. They beat they beat Oak Mountain pretty good. So it's the same thing. We still control our destiny. And really, I don't know how the rest of the region shook out, but there's a scenario depending on that Hoover-Hewitt game where if we can win out, we'll be the 2 seed. So really, you know, Dr. Friedman called me last Friday morning and said, hey, keep a high expectation for your program. And that's what we're going to do. That's what I've told the guys. The expectation was to win this game going away, and that's what we did in the second half. Proud of them, and they deserve a break, and I think everyone needs one. So we're looking forward to a long weekend, not working on Sunday, and coming back fresh next week.
That's great. Get some rest, Coach.
Thank
Congrats.
you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, B.J. Milliken, we appreciate that. Robert Evans as well. We've had a long night with the injuries and different things, the referee getting choked up, so we're going to wrap it up here from Jaguar Stadium. But a final thought from you, 36-7, the Rebels winning it over Spain Park in a playoff game that he talked about and holding their own destiny, and they continue to do so.
That's the goal, is to know that if you show up and you win, you still have a chance to get in the playoffs. Vestavia's defense was dominant tonight under defensive coordinator Sean Rainey. The offense really stepped up there in the third quarter, and Vestavia is still in control of their own destiny.
So, for the outstanding crew, John Presiglio on instant replay, John Rocket, all the guys over here, Randy Mize on camera, Cruz Johnson, Fletcher Tubbs, Roger Jackson, Stephen Gill, everybody that's involved here, just a fantastic job as Vestavia wins it 36-7. For all that outstanding crew, Scott Griffin saying so long. We'll take next week off, and then we'll come back with the coaches show the following Tuesday, and then get ready for another home game with the Rebels sitting at 2 and 3. Until then, enjoy yourself, and thank you for watching the Rebel Nation Sports Network.
Murray Bob's in the game too, Jack. Ball game. Come on, Vestavia.
1971. Vestavia Hills football is born as a community-focused program. This marks the 52nd season of Vestavia football, and the focus has not changed. We represent those who laid the foundation and look to honor those who helped build the program. Now, for the first time in school history, a former Rebel leads the way, embracing the tradition and toughness that is ingrained in its culture, while also bringing a modern approach to steer Vestavia Hills to the next level. The goals? Use the life lessons of football to lead these players from the field to adulthood. Show up early, get to work, and do it all again the next day. Play meaningful football in November, then December. No matter how long the journey, we will get there. This is Vestavia Hills Rebel Football.